Hey, this is my sister Alicia and her fiance Jack. Okay, so did you think the genre of the film is clearly established by the trailer?
I think yes.
I think it was, yeah. I think pretty sure it's like some sort of psychological drama or a thriller or something like that. But then I also think it's quite good that it leaves sort of like an open door as to what it's like specifically about. I think there's an air of sort of mystery about it. Like I think it makes you want to see the film because it leaves it a little bit uncertain.
It's always good. Excellent. So what did you think of the shots and the messages and everything in the film? Do you think there was a clear message maybe?
I mean, I think it's obviously about drugs
Yeah.
and the negative, like, social impacts of them. Yeah, I don't think we're in any doubt that it's definitely about drugs because it's clearly called tripping, which says something. Yeah.
I liked that it didn't sort of overload with, like, I liked that there wasn't a voiceover. I liked that there was just a bit of text that appeared, but there wasn't loads to read.
Yeah.
And I liked as well because the music is quite obvious. The lyrics and the music are quite clear, so you're kind of listening to that as well, and it's sort of like that everything will be all right. That's kind of a hopeful message, but then at the same time the song is quite dreary, so it contradicts that in a way.
I like there's not too much information in it. It's really annoying when you see like a 4-minute long trailer that basically has all the good bits of the film in it, and there's not really much point seeing the film. I think that leaves it very open, and you don't get any of the dialogue and stuff like that.
So you thought it was a good length as well?
It was a very good length, yeah. Teaser.
Yeah, it's a teaser, so it's meant to be short. Yeah. Excellent.
Definitely teased me.
Was there anything you think didn't work or didn't work successfully, like any shots or any types of framing or anything like that?
I liked how sometimes.
Here, then I don't know.
I suppose in the film, in the trailer, sorry, because there was like the scenes kept changing, like different shots and stuff. You didn't really get to focus on her for that long, whereas this you can really look at her and sort of think more. But I think there were moments in the film, like obviously there was the weird crazy giggling and the tripping and everything, but then there were moments like when she was sat like that shot from under the sink. Yeah. When it sort of looks quite sombre, and I think that resonates the magazine cover.
Okay.
I think it raises that whole new discussion about the comparing a video to a still image. It's always really difficult to do because you know a video will be like flash in and out of your mind in a second. You don't get enough time to consider and think about it, whereas a still image is there for you to ponder and look at for a prolonged period of time. So arguably you learn more from it because you know, as opposed to like these images flashing in and out of your mind really quickly. You're sitting here looking at this. I think you sort of think it evokes more curiosity about the film.
Okay. So in comparison to my alternate versions, how do you think the final ones, which are the ones on Photoshop, how do you think they're stronger or more appropriate, or do you think that the other ones would have been more suited?
I think with the poster, I definitely like the one that you went with, because although I really like the idea, and I think it probably, I don't know, I wouldn't know how to do it, but I think it looks like it could have been quite complicated to do. But I think, like I said before, I don't know, I think maybe it's a bit too busy, and it's a little bit confusing with what's in focus, and there's bright things and dark things and blurry things and clear things, and yeah, so I definitely like the one that you went with because it's simple, the subject matter is obvious.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the original one, I quite like the contradicting symmetry you've got there, where on one side she's sort of looking not particularly happy, and she's looking to this reflection that is happy, and that's a nice idea. But I think compositionally on the poster it's a bit messy and a bit.
Yeah,
I prefer the second one, but it was a nice idea. So this is one of those things that you just, I mean, the next one that you did would probably be even better. You just sort of
keep developing. Yeah. And what about the magazine cover?
Well, I think face looks quite happy.
She's too cheerful.
But happy, not in the crazy happy way that there is in the, but just kind of content.
Yeah.
And also the red in it, the red on the card and the red writing is quite a happy red, I think, as well. Whereas I think the sickly yellow is the one that you went with, compared to like the ghostly looking skin, ties in much better with the film, and it's more emotive.
I like what you've done here with the focus,
Yeah.
with like how she's kind of out of focus in the background, and the depth of field is focused onto the card, cutting a line of coke, which is interesting. I think,
and it's a nice angle.
But that portrait you've got of her on the second one is much better.
Okay.
It's much more emotive and poignant.
Lovely. And finally, is there anything that you think either of the texts is lacking? So is there anything you think about the poster or the magazine that you think, could be better or is missing maybe? These are the final ones, by the way, not the alternate versions.
Do you realise it?
I'm looking at the magazine cover.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean I like the simplicity of your chosen magazine cover.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's what a magazine cover wants you to do. It wants you to pick it up and buy it, not stand there in the shop and read the cover, I suppose. Yeah, I like that.
It jumps out. The poster. I really like the poster.
Yeah. I don't think it needs anything else.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, it's subjective, isn't it? It's up to personal preference, I suppose. But I think maybe if I would have maybe just come out a bit more and put a bit more sort of contextual information in there. But the tagline works, the title works, the font's really interesting, and you get a good idea of what it's about.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much.